If you're a man over 60 and you've noticed your erections becoming weaker, shorter, or even disappearing, this message is for you. It's not just part of aging, and it's not your fault. The real issue could be that your penile tissue is lacking oxygen, blood flow, and nutrients, and no pill can fix that. But what if I told you there's a natural, easy-to-make drink that could help repair that tissue from the inside out? With just a few ingredients, you could experience firmer, longer-lasting erections in just a few short weeks. I'm Dr. Jhon, and I've spent over 30 years specializing in men's health. I've worked with thousands of older men across the country, and in this video, I'm going to share something most urologists don't talk about: how the right nutrients, taken at the right time of day, can help repair blood vessels in the penis, restore the elasticity of erectile tissue, and reactivate your body's natural response to arousal. All of this without prescriptions, pumps, or side effects. It may sound simple, but what I'm about to share is backed by science. From the nitric oxide boosting power of beets and pomegranate, to the vascular benefits of cayenne, to the cellular support from lemon and citrulline, one simple drink with 7 powerful ingredients and 3 golden rules to see results. Stay with me until the end, and I'll give you the exact dosage and timing that can nearly triple results for men over 60, even those who've struggled for years. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a science-backed tip to help restore your vitality naturally. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps me create more useful content for you. Now let's begin with the first ingredient in this powerful morning drink. Not only is it delicious, but it's scientifically proven to improve blood flow to the most important part of your body, the penis. I'm talking about pomegranate juice, nature's remedy for aging blood vessels and declining erections. I'll never forget when one of my older patients asked me, "Dr. Jhon, is there anything I can do to get my natural erections back without pill?" I could see the exhaustion in his eyes, but also a glimmer of hope. What I told him that day is what I'll tell you now. Yes, but you need to start with your blood vessels. This is where pomegranate juice comes in. It's not just a tasty drink, it's one of the most potent vascular protectors nature provides. As we age, the small blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients to the penis become narrower, harder, and less flexible. When this happens, even if you feel desire, your body can't respond properly. Pomegranate juice helps to fix that. Packed with antioxidants, specifically polyphenols and L-glutathione, pomegranate helps reduce inflammation and repair the lining of blood vessels. This is the tissue responsible for allowing blood to flow into the penis during arousal. When this lining is damaged, erections become weaker, shorter, and eventually stop happening. But daily use of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice, even just a tablespoon a day, can support nitric oxide production, enhance blood flow, and help reverse that damage. In fact, studies have shown that men who consistently drink pomegranate juice experience measurable improvements in erectile quality, particularly those over 60. What might surprise you, though, is that it doesn't just improve body function, it can also make you feel better overall. More energy, less shame, and a renewed sense of reclaiming something you thought was gone for good. When blood flow improves, everything changes. But pomegranate juice is just the beginning. There's another ingredient that can work even faster, one that has been studied for its ability to dramatically boost nitric oxide in just days. It comes from a humble root you've likely eaten before. Let's talk about beetroot powder now. Beetroot powder, the nitric oxide booster. I'll never forget a moment early in my career when a 72-year-old patient told me, "Doc, I want to feel like a man again, not just for my wife, but for me." That statement stuck with me because I realized for many men, the loss of erectile strength isn't just physical. It erodes confidence, identity, and connection. That's why beetroot powder can be such a game changer. On the surface, beets might seem simple, but inside they contain a powerful secret: natural nitrates. These compounds are converted by your body into nitric oxide, a crucial molecule for achieving and maintaining an erection. Nitric oxide helps signal blood vessels to open, relax, and allow oxygen-rich blood to rush into the penis. But here's the issue. By age 60, most men produce significantly less nitric oxide than they did in their younger years, and without it, the body can't create the necessary pressure for a firm, lasting erection, no matter how strong the desire is. This is where beetroot powder comes in. Just half a teaspoon stirred into warm water each morning can make a noticeable difference within days. Many men report feeling warmer extremities, improved blood pressure, and even clearer thinking. More importantly, they begin to feel that stir of arousal again. It's not magic, it's science. And with consistency, beetroot powder gives your system the support it needs to work naturally, just like it used to. When combined with the next ingredient in our drink, it helps create an internal environment where erections happen more effortlessly, without force. Now let's talk about a powerful citrus that doesn't just cleanse, but may also amplify the effects of everything we've discussed so far. It might already be sitting on your kitchen counter. Lemon juice, the alkaline cleanser. I once had an older gentleman tell me something that really stuck. "Doc, I've cleaned out my garage and basement, but now I just want to clean out my body." I smiled because that's exactly what lemon juice helps us do, cleanse from the inside out. While lemon juice might seem simple, don't be fooled. This bright citrus fruit has powerful effects on circulation, energy, and male vitality. As we age, years of poor diet, stress, and medications can leave the body inflamed and acidic. This inner inflammation doesn't just affect your heart or joints, it silently impacts overall health, including circulation, which is crucial for erectile function. Lemon juice, with its natural alkalizing properties, helps reduce acidity and inflammation, clearing the way for better circulation and improved vitality. When added to our morning drink, it works synergistically with pomegranate and beetroot powder, supporting better blood flow and enhancing the body's ability to respond to arousal naturally. Stiffened blood vessels, slowed testosterone production, and toxins in the body all undermine the systems that are crucial for maintaining strong erections. Fresh lemon juice can help shift your body back to a more alkaline state, gently detoxifying the liver, which plays a central role in hormone regulation and filtering out toxins that can interfere with sexual health. It also helps thin the blood just enough to promote smoother flow through the arteries, especially the delicate ones that feed the pelvic region. I often tell my patients that lemon juice is like nature's internal rinse. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning can wake up your system, refresh your digestion, and open the door for better absorption of all the other ingredients in this drink. When your blood is cleaner, it flows more freely, and when it flows freely, erections become easier, more natural, and more satisfying. What's beautiful is that this isn't about adding something new, it's about removing what's been holding you back. Once that internal pressure starts to lift, the body begins to remember how it's supposed to feel. But we're not done yet. Now we're going to add one small but fiery ingredient, bold and unexpected, that has helped many older men feel warmth and fullness in their lower body for the first time in years. Let's talk about cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper, the fire starter. I'll never forget the look on a patient's face when I first suggested adding cayenne pepper to his morning routine. He laughed and said, "Doc, you're telling me the key to better erections is spicing up my drink." I nodded and smiled because, in more ways than one, that's exactly what it does. Cayenne pepper contains a compound called capsaicin. It's what gives cayenne its heat, and it's also what makes it so effective at stimulating circulation. As men age, blood flow tends to slow down, not just to the heart or legs, but to the very blood vessels that make erections possible. That's why some men report feeling a coldness or numbness in the groin area, or a loss of sensitivity during intimacy. It's not just age, it's poor blood delivery. Adding a pinch of cayenne to your morning drink can act like flipping a switch. It gently raises your internal body temperature, expands blood vessels, and encourages blood flow to every part of the body, including areas that may have been neglected for years. Some men report feeling a subtle warmth in their lower body within minutes. Others say they feel more awake, alert, and even emotionally energized. What I find most powerful about cayenne is not just its physical effects, but what it represents. It's a reminder that fire, passion, and life force are still alive within us. They may be quieter now, but they're not gone. With the right support, they can come roaring back. But here's where things get even more exciting. Once your blood is flowing and your tissue is awake, you're ready to take the next step, not just boosting function, but actually rebuilding the structure inside your body that makes erections strong and long-lasting. That's exactly what we'll explore next, the science of penile tissue regeneration. One patient that really stands out to me is Carl, a 67-year-old retired mechanic and proud grandfather. He came into my office after a long period of intimacy issues with his wife. He said, "Doc, I don't need to be 25 again. I just want to feel like myself again." That moment really stuck with me, because what Carl didn't know, and what many men don't realize, is that your body still has the ability to repair itself, even in your 60s. Inside the penis are two sponge-like chambers, called the corpora cavernosa. These aren't just empty tubes. They're made of delicate muscle fibers, nerves, and elastic tissue. Their job is to fill with blood, expand, and hold pressure, which creates an erection. But over time, especially when blood flow is weak, these tissues start to break down. They become fibrotic, less elastic, and less responsive. It's not that the desire disappears, it's that the machinery is worn out and undernourished. Here's the breakthrough. With the right support, like the morning drink we've been discussing, that tissue can begin to regenerate. Nitric oxide helps relax smooth muscle, reduce internal pressure, and trigger your body's natural repair signals. Improved circulation brings oxygen and nutrients exactly where they're needed. Slowly, gently, the penile tissue becomes more responsive, more elastic, and more alive. This isn't about trying to turn back the clock. It's about restoring your natural design, the one that's always been inside you, just waiting for the right conditions to thrive again. If you've followed all the steps so far, your body is already moving in the right direction. Now imagine if there were one more ingredient, a specific nutrient, that could triple this effect, especially for men over 60. It's a simple powder, easy to find, but often overlooked. That's exactly what we'll cover next. Bonus ingredient to triple the effect. Don't skip this part. This is important. Sometimes the smallest additions make the biggest difference. That's what happened with Ray, a 71-year-old former high school football coach. He had been faithfully following the morning drink routine, but told me he was still missing that edge. He said, "It's better, Doc, but I know there's more in me." That's when I introduced him to L-citrulline, and it completely changed everything. L-citrulline is an amino acid, but don't let the scientific name intimidate you. What makes it so remarkable is its ability to increase nitric oxide production in a gentle, sustained, and highly effective way, especially for men over. Unlike L-arginine, which often gets broken down too quickly to be useful in older adults, L-citrulline bypasses that process. It moves quietly through your system, helping your blood vessels relax, open up, and deliver oxygen-rich blood exactly where it's needed. Just a quarter teaspoon of this tasteless powder, added to your morning drink, can significantly improve your body's ability to achieve and maintain firm, lasting erection. It works especially well when paired with beetroot and pomegranate, enhancing their effects and giving your system the extra boost it needs to function like it used to. A few weeks after I introduced Ray to L-citrulline, he came back to my office and said, "Doc, I feel like I've woken up." That kind of shift in energy and vitality is exactly what men over 60 need to experience again. Energy, confidence, and intimacy are possible, and it doesn't take a miracle. It just takes the right support, given consistently and with intention. But for all of this to work and produce real lasting results, there are a few key rules that most men overlook. Simple things, daily choices, and when followed correctly, they can turn this entire drink into a life-changing ritual. Let me walk you through them. 3 rules for maximum results. I've seen men try all sorts of things, expensive supplements, risky injections, even surgeries, hoping for a miracle. But after decades of treating men over 60, I've learned that the real magic isn't just in what you take, it's in how you take it. That's why these 3 simple rules matter so much. I had a patient named Walter, 69, who had been faithfully mixing the drink every morning, but after a few weeks, he told me, "It's helping, but not the way I hoped." So we sat down, reviewed his routine, and what we found changed everything. Rule on 1. Take the drink first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Your body absorbs nutrients best when it's not distracted by digestion. This small change in timing can dramatically improve how quickly the ingredients begin to work. Rule on 2. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to double the dose or chase shortcuts. What you need is a steady daily rhythm. This is about long-term repair, not short-term tricks. Your body's ability to heal depends on what you do every day, not once in a while. Rule on 3. Avoid sabotaging your progress. That means skipping sugary breakfasts, heavy processed foods, or late-night alcohol, which reverse the benefits. Choose clean, supportive meals,
Foods that work with your morning drink, not against it. When Walter made these small adjustments, he came back smiling. His energy was up, his confidence returned, and he told me, "Doc, I finally feel like myself again, and so does my wife." Now you might be wondering, how do I bring all of this together into one simple routine that fits into my life starting tomorrow morning? In just a moment, I'll walk you through exactly how to do that step by step, so you can begin seeing and feeling the difference for yourself. Conclusion: I've spent over 30 years sitting across from men just like you, men in their 60s, 70s, men who've worked hard, loved deeply, and weathered life's storms. And somewhere along the way, many of them started to believe the same quiet lie, that their best days were behind them, that energy, desire, and intimacy belonged to the past. But I'm here to tell you that isn't true. What we've talked about today isn't theory, it's practical, it's natural, and it's rooted in science and real-life experience. This morning drink, made with pomegranate juice to protect and restore blood vessels, beetroot powder to boost nitric oxide, lemon juice to cleanse, and cayenne pepper to reignite circulation, isn't just a recipe. It's a way to nourish your body, rebuild what time has worn down, and feel like yourself again. We've also added L-sertraline to triple your progress, going beyond just what's physically possible to give you the energy and confidence you've been missing. Starting tomorrow, you can begin to transform your health, vitality, and intimacy with just a few simple steps. The best part: this isn't a short-term fix, it's a long-lasting solution that works naturally, consistently, and powerfully. Top of form. You see, we focused on how and when you take this drink, so that every part of your body works in harmony, because this isn't about chasing youth, it's about reclaiming strength, intimacy, and confidence in the most natural way possible. And if you've been paying attention, you already know that this isn't difficult. It's simple: a few ingredients, a few minutes every morning, but the impact can be profound. I've witnessed it change lives. I've seen men walk taller, laugh louder, and reconnect, not just with their partners, but with a version of themselves they thought was gone. If you give your body what it truly needs, gently, consistently, and with intention, it will surprise you. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that glass, remember, you're not just making a drink, you're making a decision to keep living fully, bravely, and powerfully. No matter your age, you still deserve to feel alive. If this video helped you, or gave you hope, please take a moment to like, share, and leave a comment below. I read every message, and your feedback truly helps me create better content for men like you. And if you'd like to support this channel and the work I do, feel free to make a small donation using the link in the description. It means more than you know, and it helps me continue bringing this life-changing information to the men who need it most. Thank you for being here. Keep going. You're not alone.